baby, it's YunkzillaTTV episode number 4. So there's a few things going on as of recently. One, I applied with Team Orion using their logo, but I applied with them to be one of their PUBG players for their elite team. They have Orion Prime and an Orion Elite section, so I'm just trying out as a sub to see how that goes. I also applied to be on one of their streamers to be represented under their organization. Orion seems like a pretty cool organization from what I can see. My friend Asger, shout out to him, actually kind of got involved with them in the first place, and I've always been interested in scrims or playing comp. So I got my first taste of scrims in a comp tournament. First one I ever played, by the way, did terrible the first 2 games, but then kind of picked it up, kind of figured out what we were doing. We never really played with each other before, and it wasn't really part of any organization. But then my second ever comp game with Orion Elite, we actually won the second and the third game, and I think we were like in first the whole time until game 6, and then one of the teams came from behind and actually swooped it. I actually had a lot of fun. So overall, getting second place in a scrims match with trying out with this team wasn't so bad. I didn't do the best, like my performance and kill wise, but I think I supported the team really well, and it's the first time ever playing with them. I know that they're looking for like a slayer, someone that can just body bag after body bag, but right now I'm still trying to get the understanding of how scrims and comp games actually work. I've just been normally dropping in boot camp and just hunting after gunshots. You can't really do that in a comp game. You really got to be there and support your team. Got to have good movement. There's a whole thing called scouting that I wasn't aware of, so hopefully I get to try a little bit more out with them and play a little bit more and get involved with that organization for sure. And I also have good news on top of this too as well. Another organization which is called Atheneum, which is kind of weird because this whole Greek mythology is around Atheneum and also Orion, so which is kind of weird. So Atheneum is a crypto company that I've just been following for a while. They're building this whole decentralized marketplace, and it's basically just like learning evolve. What that means is like it's the world's first decentralized autonomous learning organization. What they're trying to do is have a free market in the educational ecosystem that's governed by a decentralized body. This model is fundamentally designed to provide accountability, proof of learning, and affordable education to people across the globe. But the video that we're looking today is my first 14 kill banger. Yeah, I'm not a Asger with a 23 or a world record 50 as a squad or something like that, but 14 to me in one game is actually pretty big, and it's huge, and I've never done it before, and it sits there now in my PUBG report, you know, as 14 kill as my highest streak. And I feel like I rally really well, and yeah, I made some dumb mistakes towards the end, but you know, I get some really good names, and shout out to Asger, got him. I think I might have killed 4 Earth too in this 14 kill, so I'm just gonna link their Twitches, and so you guys can kind of, you know, check those boys out too as well. You know, sometimes they're on the receiving end of me, and sometimes most of the time I'm on the receiving end of, you know, their spray and their fire and their kills, and so they're pretty good themselves. So like I said, guys, this video is sponsored by Atheneum. So let's just jump into this 14 kill banger right now for next game, buddy. So we actually started this match off with only 3 players, and we actually lose one pretty early, but shout out to Dead TV. So he's also a Twitch streamer, DEDD, and also Lint Liquor. And Lint Liquor, I think he actually got his name because of the Mentos commercials. So that's pretty funny. So there was a lot of things that were happening in the terms of just like my donation wise of bits. Like Cat Unicycle 12 has just been all over my stream right now. Like if you look at the current events feed, this guy's got 100 bits, 100 bits, 500 bits, 100 bits, 100 bits. So he is in another video that I'm going to post in episode 5, where he just goes back and forth with pure aimbot, and they just go ballistic. These kids just go at it, and I'm doing commentary because they're going back and forth with just bits and right there. I think Lint Liquor just hit me with the follow, so thank you for the follow there, Lint Liquor. I haven't played with you much at all, and I would like to play with you more. I think you were pretty decent. I think our gameplay style kind of fit there. So this is pretty typical and standard of what we do. We just all drop bot camp, and the whole wacky jacky coming out with how to parachute with this new parachute system has been like debunked like the first day. So I've been following and watching other streamers that like drop at boot camp, and they actually drop further out, and then they only hold shift down when they get kind of closer to it, but they come in at an angle for sure, but they drop way further out than Wacky Jackly normally does, and then they kind of shift down a little sooner. But I think this is the one. I think I get beat here, and then I end up going west triple, which is like a no-no if you're dropping with the squad. So do not do this. This is something your squad will get mad at you, and this is why my squad mate might die because of me. Yeah, I think Dead dies because of this. So I normally like the AK for like mid to, I mean short to kind of close to mid, but not mid all the way. So if I do have the choice for an M4 for a mid fight, I would do it instead. Shout out to Fish Hog. Guy was just running out in the open there by the sugar cubes early match. Right here, kind of it was fishy to get 4 earth, but he peeks, and I saw him peek right there, and my 2 bursts. I don't know if he was low on health or didn't have helmet, but it looks like both of my shots just kind of rang out right at his dome. And I go back for more. I go back for seconds. I see Asger in the yellow running across. The only way that I see him, because my shadows are a little dark, but I saw him because he actually ran past the window with the yellow jacket. That's the only reason why I saw him.
No.
So I'm starting to push back into Lobster to go help my friends, but I was a little too late. Lint Liquor's down, but Dead TV's still up and standing. So I get in a fight with this guy that's kind of like mid Lobster here. And I think actually Asger just posts like, he just did like a 16 kill banger, right? Video on YouTube. So 14 kills is not too far off, and you know, it's my first time ever doing it, you know, and I hope to get better and then start putting out more of these like double-digit bangers. I could have just flushed that guy, but like I've just felt really confident with that flick over there with my new DPI. So like I saw him and my reaction was just right on there. So I mean, but shout out to you. I don't know if it was for Earth's team or if it was Asker's team, but
Asger and Truth.
Yeah, but was it Truth or was it for Earth? What am I talking about? I don't even know. I'm kind of confused now.
Trapped in between teams.
So I'm glad that I was able to get at least one of my teammates up, and we actually take this thing to the dance, right? We run the full Monty. We run a Boston on this, right? We take it from the 1 yard line, their end,
accidentally flushed me trying to kill
or 1 yard line, our end, to the 1 yard line, their end, right in the red zone, dude. So instantly, there's already a team on the left warehouse fighting double stack north. You know, I'm trying to get shots on. I didn't feel really too good about those shots, but you know, and I'm like, I got 115 rounds, right? I could spare a little, right? I can just shoot a little downrange with no problem. I can kind of pack at them, you know, or kind of disrupt them just a little bit. And sometimes I might get lucky. I'm feeling lucky, right? I got 4 earth on one of those shots, and I also got Asger in one of those, you know, random window shots, you know? So my mouse has 2 buttons on the left side of it. Well, it has like 6, but there's 2 buttons that I use to lean left and lean right, and those are my hard leans, my hard left and my hard right. But I also use my lean on my keyboard too, Q and E. That's only for the real light leans that I want to tap back and forth on. So that's like my paddle lean. So, but my hard holds, I will definitely just lean straight left and right with the mouse itself. So like this, I'll alternate back and forth. Oh, top CN. Look at that. See, like, I was just challenging them top and down. See, this is a bot play. Do not ever jump off the roof like that without making sure that the left warehouse is clear. But I was just shooting top and bottom real quick just to see if they move. You know, like to see where they're going to squirm. And I think I was able to pressure them enough to get them to move just enough. Yeah, those are really bad shots, but I was able to end up pushing him in, and pushing him in like that forced him right into lint liquor. So just what's really good is just like that small amount of pressure that you can apply to a team too as well. The small amount of pressure can kind of change the strategy of the opponent that you're playing. So even if you're not directly shooting them and you're shooting indirectly, either one, what it's going to do is kind of, if they're scared, they're going to kind of get away from those shots that you're doing, or two, they're going to push those shots that you're doing. But what you want to do is when you do shoot indirectly, you're going to want to rotate too as well. So then you can kind of displace yourself to kind of trick them. It's a pretty good tactic, and sometimes I just do it just to blind cover to hide or mask footsteps of my approaching my teammates that are approaching, to just mask their footsteps just a little bit. Like little like strategies like that can go a long way. That's why like finding a team that you can synchronize with really well in that aspect without actually talking, it's really cool. If you've ever seen the movie like The Way of the Gun, like the two protagonists, the anti-heroes or whatever you would call them, they just looked at each other and they kind of just knew when it came down to it, like in gunfights and stuff like that, they knew exactly what to do without actually having to have like this full-on communication about it. So it's kind of cool. But that's the kind of teammates that you kind of want to operate with or play with. Not one that follows the other or whatever, but one that has its own plans of execution per play, depending on the scenario and how you guys tackle that without having to strategize prior is going to like bring your success rate, increase your success rate in winning gun battles or confrontations. I have no idea why I'm standing still right here.
Just let me know.
I think this gets really funky right here. I'm not sure. I don't remember this right now. I don't remember what happens after this.
Guy over here,
but I think I'm already at 4 kills maybe, because we flushed that team out at North 2nd. I'm good. We got pretty lucky here too that Asger's team got knocked out.
God, is that
pretty early, because I think they would have been more challenging if they were able to get the weapons that they wanted, the weapons that they were comfortable with, if they were able to get armor and things like that. So I think we got pretty fortunate to have them get in that kerfuffle early on, so then we were able to just put rounds to where they were at.
I need bandies.
Youngzilla.
So I do this thing where I get called out a lot too. Like when I'm playing with a group of people, I'll always say my name. Like I'm like, I have ammo on Youngzilla, or I have this Youngzilla. Like, come get this on Youngzilla, because I'm just so used to playing with randos. So that's why I always do that. And then people always call me out like, we know your voice. We know that that's you. Like, you don't have to say your name. But I mean, I think it's a good force of habit. Like, one, even if they do know me, fine, it's okay. I mean, no skin off anyone's back. But if they don't know me, then it works for them, right? So I mean, I'm covering both bases by just practicing a good habit, you know, of always calling either my number, my color, or my name, you know, because a lot of the times, most of the times when you do get paired up with randos, they're not going to know your voice right away.
Didn't one of those bodies have a 6x in the lobster? Or was that last game?
I hope this game like isn't too loud actually, and my voice is fine.
Oh my god, all of this is unlooted on this side.
Yeah, I just hope the game sound is not too low, which is I think it's fine. I'm just trying to find like the balance for my commentary to the video, because I don't want like when I start gunfiring and I'm trying to give commentary, you know, it doesn't overshadow that. So after, you know, like when you land boot camp and you can
Bring
clear it
back
out and you have the time to kind of go shopping, kind of like get what you want, refresh your armor, find the scopes that you need and things like that. Like you can really, if you can survive boot camp, you can really come out of there with some really good stuff. And if you can do that, like your chances of actually winning that game has just gone up exponentially, because of people like landing outside of certain towns and doing what's called like P strats. They'll like land on little villages and little huts like around the outside, and then they'll push into boot camp. A lot of those guys are not going to have what they need to win those boot camp fights, because if you just land directly in there, you're gonna have all the weapons you need. This is like one of my scariest things, where a lot of people want to always push out of boot camp to go to Boot Camp Hill, which is north right there, onto the right of the screen. And this is pretty much open, so there's really no much cover, so you're almost taking a risk to just run up there to get up there. But you want to kind of get to that hill before people come from Paradise, so you kind of want to have that good cutoff. So we try to get up there as soon as we can, for sure, just to get ready for the cutoff. Dude, this, like, the bits on here are just terrible. I'm sorry if like this looks so pixelated, but I need to start recording my matches instead of just recording the stream. You know what I'm saying? Because if I record while I'm streaming, then I'll have the full quality recordings that I can use for YouTube. But then that takes another hard drive, and right now all my hard drives are like actually pretty much full, and I think it might actually take a little bit more CPU too as well, or RAM, or some sort of power that kind of slows my stream, or it can possibly cause frame drops in my stream that I will get
It's coming down.
warnings and alerts for. So I just have to kind of figure out and do that better. So I think moving forward, I think hopefully by episode 10 we can start having like real full 1080p quality footage instead of just the 1080p stream with 5000 bitrate quality that Twitch actually limits me to.
What the dude?
So Lintlicker hear gunshots coming down the coastline, and this is another thing. This is why I stay away from the coastline too as well. But if you can get back and in position, and if people are on the coastline, they're in mad trouble, because they have to run out into the open normally to that hill. You never want to fight a hill. But I've gotten so good, so a lot of people probably can now fight uphill if you practice hard enough. Like there's been times where we had to push this hill from the coastline and we do actually win, but it's really important to get one knock, two if you can, but if you get one knock and you can scramble them, you have better chances of actually taking that hill for sure.
I got him. Coastline.
See, I don't know why I took that shot, just to kind of let him know that, hey, we're gonna have eyes on you, so don't try anything dumb. Kind of pressure him, and see if his buddies kind of start coming out somehow. But I get a pretty nasty lean shot on this guy right here. Boom. But he's kind of stood there like a bot, but I definitely did take his face off though. So that guy was definitely by himself, but he was fighting somebody in the warehouse. That's why Lintlicker heard the shots in the first place. So right there, that's 6 kills already. So then I'm pushing down. I feel like I wanted that guy's head right there, and I felt like I was just above his head right there too. But I think it's another team fighting another team, so which is kind of weird. So I have no idea. One team's pushing another team. I bodied that guy right there, so I thought I got him right there again.
What a tank!
What a tank! 2 M24 shots right there. That level 3 vest that he had, he no longer has. So he's gonna go into that fight that he's just taking on right now at a disadvantage. Some would say the word cut. So yeah, a lot of things went on right here. So I'm just here for cleanup duty. I know that team just got dropped. So 1, 2. Oh, that guy in the corner. 3. That guy in the corner was actually healing. He was not in a good place for sure. And I only saw him in that by that box because I went to go shoot that second guy, and then I saw the peak. That's why I like kind of pushed back a little.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Vabreeze, shout out to Vabreeze,
just stared at you.
VEEBREEZE,
No, they were all
with
trying
the
to heal in
raid
that corner
7
fucking
seven
for a
raids
second there.
coming
I mean,
from
they shot at it.
Vabreeze's
They were
channel.
trying.
Vabreeze
They just-
is out of New
just-
Jersey, I
just
believe,
trying.
but he streams Fortnite
Overwhelmed
normally,
them
and
with
he's
my
got a good following
presence.
building. And he's really enjoying Apex Legends, and he's trying to convince me
They
to
just let
kind
me
of get
shoot
more
them
into
as they were running
Apex.
across, too. Did you see that?
Just
Too?
like
Like,
my
they
friend
didn't even try
Worse,
to turn
I've been
up,
playing
try to
Apex
look
with
to see
Worse
what was
too.
going on.
Worse,
It's
I
like,
played with him
shoot,
yesterday
they were
with
so
Apex,
fucking
and he's kind of,
focused
I
on
see
these
what he's
assholes.
doing. He's manipulating me to like that game
That was
more.
the-
He's
that
like
was the
giving me
weirdest
positive
probably
reinforcement
situation I've ever been
and like
involved in like that.
encouragement. He's trying to tell me like, oh, you're
And I
doing
still
good.
have my
Oh,
pants
look
on,
at
which is
you.
weirder.
Look at that. Like, yeah, now you're getting the hang of it. You know, I know he's trying to convert me on the dark side to the dark
walk
side. So
right.
Worse, I see you. I see what you're trying to do.
All right,
And that's
I hate
Worse
this close line, so I'm gonna
TTV.
go up and around and over to
WRSE.
the far right
Check him
and
out too.
reaching
Check out his streams.
like a
You'll see him
big, hefty
in
reach
some of
around.
these clips that I start posting. I think he's been in some of the couple of videos, so he's a good dude. And hopefully, I want to start putting some Apex clips and Apex videos out. Let me know if you feel like if you're interested in seeing some of these montages or seeing some of these like kill streaks with compilations with Apex, because I think that is it's I'm starting to get a hang. I know like we're watching a PUBG video right now and I'm talking about Apex, but I'm starting to get the hang of like the movement and the feel with Apex, and I think that was like the biggest hurdle that I had. Getting over that Apex hurdle of just not feeling so clunky or not in control of my character. And I think the reason why I got over that hurdle is actually I did that unlimited
I'm just at the
FPS
improvements,
lock.
frames.
So there's like an FPS lock that you can't
nice.
actually do in options like you can do in PUBG settings. So someone tweeted, I forgot who it was, and I want to give them a shout out. I'll find them later and hopefully give them a shout out. But I saw their tweet. That's why Twitter's awesome. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, YunkzillaTTV. But I saw his tweet, and he said that if you put in a certain code in the settings, in the origins, that you can unlock your FPS. That's one down. Crouch him. Yes, two down.
Oh, one
and
more.
then I just didn't
left.
It's over here.
move in time. Like I didn't move. Like for some reason, I just felt. I don't know. It's like I knew I was gonna get down, right? I knew that I was asking for too much to get those two guys. So,
Damn,
but I
one
knew
more.
that
I thought
definitely
there was
Lint
at least
Liquor
two.
was right there. He was
He shredded
close,
my
and
helmet. He double tapped
I should have
me.
just moved right away when I knocked that other guy, but I did not. So.
Didn't give me a chance to turn.
But that's two guys, so two more. We're at 11 count right now already, just like that. I mean, there's still only 19 alive, but I felt like this wasn't too long or too extended, and I was just getting my kills from every team that we're kind of running into. Like, I see this a lot when I watch, like, Asger
No.
play, Resnick, or Verk, or Gun Guy
I just
Grain, or even Contacts S2 play. Like, when I see them play, like, this is the norm for them.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is
that
what they do. Like, bare minimum is this 10, 12, 14 kill game, and then like if they have an excellent game, it's, you know, they're making like 40 as a squad or some crazy numbers. So for me, like this was me hitting a, like not a like a peak, but breaking to that another level. So it's like a precipice for me. So I know that this is just another marker, right, in my growth in my gameplay too as well. So like
Still
I
going off.
get to 14 kills, and what's next? Obviously
It's
now
phase
I
5
have, you
too.
know, another bar that's
Fighting
been
phase
set. So
7,
now I
phase
have this kind of target that I need to break. So that record has been set, and records are created to be broken. So this is what my goal is now. So I could have took this fight right here, but this is phase 5 and the circle is closing in. So I know that these guys are going to be in more trouble than they actually want. That spray can kind of not be seen, but you saw it, so I apologize for that. I do see a guy standing by a tree here, and I just love how sometimes I can just switch to my M24 so beautifully. Wait, is this the one that I die? I don't even know if this is the one that we
I
win.
feel like there still should
I hope
be
this is
at
not
least
the one that we
coming up
die.
behind you
Oh
guys.
no, this guy wasn't by the tree. It was a whole totally different game. Let's see, the one thing about PUBG, I guess the one thing about every game that you play so much, if you get 1,000 hours in a certain game, some of these games are gonna start feeling like they're the same. So
There's a guy lingering somewhere behind you.
so there's this thing that I don't know if it's called
Oh man.
battle sense, and I know that a lot of people probably have a different term for it, but just like even in Call of Duty, like where you spawn and you kind of know where the enemy's spawning, and then you start fighting the enemy and you engage them in a certain way, you'll kind of know when like they're rotating on the map a certain way. So I just feel like in PUBG I've been starting to get the hang of that, get into the final circles and getting like clocking in 1,000 hours with just like a little bit more experience. I'll know like when the circles are happening in certain areas and like the certain sounds and engagements and potential possibilities. So you start doing like this deduction of like where they're possibly going to go, where they're gonna possibly move, and then so you can kind of
They're fighting
and get your eyes into that direction and possibly catch them off guard and see them before they see you. And that's only when using like your sense of just where you believe that they're going to be, instead of just looking around. Sometimes people just look to be looking, which is good too, which is fine, but sometimes if you do your calculations and do your deductions properly, you're going to be looking possibly where there's enemies and seeing them before they see you, which is going to give you that advantage. Yeah, that guy was standing in the middle of the street freaking leaning like a boss, and I should have had him. I think he might have been like already engaged somebody there, so I might have just took the rock of
How is
where
this guy hitting me with every
of-
fucking QBU shot?
I might
This
have
guy's
took a
fucking
rock
hacking,
of
dude.
someone that he was already shooting at.
He needs to stop.
I know we just throw around that everyone's hacking so much, and I apologize for that.
I'm gonna go into zone, and he's got to come to me. I'm not fucking with that.
But just because someone's better than you doesn't mean that they're hacking. I hear that all the time, but it's just fun to say in the moment, especially when something like unbelievable's happening to
You got
you.
this hut.
Like, yeah, but what I was saying was like,
Don't go
I think
down.
I took that rock that was already one of the enemies he was fighting, so I just basically replaced the enemy that he was already fighting. Oh no, he's on fire. Can he lay down? I don't even know what to do to deter Molly. I think running in smoke. I think smoke takes Molly away. I'm not sure. But I'm already at 12 kills now. So there's only 3 up because there's 6 alive, right? And I think one's knocked. One got knocked outside the play zone. One died outside of the play zone. So it's 2-3 right now. That's one knock. I saw someone lean over on the smoke, and then so I wanted to start using it as well.
No, fuck. Two knock, one more. Easy fucking claps. Let's go.
Easy claps,
14
easy claps.
kill
So
banger.
14 banger. That's how it works. So there was 3 guys up there at the end. I knocked 2 of them. Lint Liquor took one down.
Dead. Without dead.
I have the entire clip of those 3 guys too at the end, and I'm gonna play those actually right now. Let's watch those because why not?
Wait, he doesn't have.
It's funny like what they actually say. Let me see if I can pull them up. I wonder if let me to see. So I feel like it was a 3 guys, but I think 2 of the guys might be here. Andy King. No, I remember Andy King's shot. That was kind of ridiculous. I am going to make a video where I actually go through and actually watch a bunch of these clips, but I think they're right here. Let's see what he says. That's one knocked. Leaning outside of the scene. 2 knocked.
Fuck. Two knock, one more.
Oh,
Fuck, dude.
Gosh, Dennis.
dude, I lit him up. What is he at? Oh, look at his health.
Oh, you can't even see his reaction because I was in the way. Hold on. Check this out. See what I'm doing right now.
But that was one of the guys. And then let me see Big Fish's reaction. No, I think that's who we just watched that one. All right, check this guy out. I think he's at the final circles. I'll mute myself. What is he? What kind of ratio is he playing on? God, ripped. You could hear them sigh.
Oh,
Fuck, dude. Gosh, Dennis.
Sorry guys. Sorry. Nice try. But I'm gonna give them a shout out anyways because they're kind of cool. I mean, I think they held it well. Let's see. Oh, this guy can go full screen because his camera. Oh my god! Look at that quality. Is this the right? Oh no, this was the header. This was the header at the beach, at the shoreline. Nice try, buddy. Boom. I felt like that one took an emotional toll. Sorry, mate. All right. Well, that was it. That was the end of the 14 kill run. I hope the commentary was there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope now that we reached another level, which is 14 kills, we can try to get that 15, 16 banger. My goal is to get like a 2,000 ADR game. You know, like that's the only way that we can improve, is to have these slow, small wins. But the way that I'm growing in PUBG, the feeling that I'm getting from it with the new settings and everything like that, getting new FPS, getting an average about 150 FPS. I have a 1080 Ti that I've been working on just tweaking, like what's it called, overclocking it, right? Overclocking it right though, like you have to really find that sweet spot with the equipment that you have, because right now if you don't have the right equipment, you will not get the FPS that you're looking for, and then you will also crash your system too as well. So that's something that you want to not do. And then also, if you guys are ever interested in watching me play some Apex too, I'm going to start doing that a little bit more in the streams, and then I'm also going to start making videos of actually Apex gameplay. So just definitely let me know in the comments if you want to see something like that, or I mean if you do want to see more Apex gameplay, or I'm going to come out with some more montage videos. I'm going to come out with some like quick tip videos too of how to kind of do your setup. Like I found how to use a lot of different cameras as your webcam, but you have to have a certain a few certain things and a few certain things that you don't need that a lot of people tell you that you do need. So I'll come out with some videos like that. I know this has already been a long-winded video, and thank you again to my sponsor, Atheneum. Check those guys out. I'm gonna put a link below, what they're doing, what they're trying to achieve. We're trying to work on this whole platform that's kind of going to be integrated into Twitch itself. So hopefully I didn't spoil anything, but I'm excited to work with them more on stuff. So we'll catch you guys later, and thank you again for watching YunkzillaTTV episode 4. Please hit that subscribe, like, comment. You can even dislike if you want to, but definitely catch my streams. I've been streaming more at night, but I'm going to try to stream more on the weekends too as well. I have to move next week, so it's going to be a little rough on the stream, but definitely just would love to hear from you guys, would love to talk more, would love to answer any questions that you might have. If you want to learn how to play PUBG better, definitely, you know, comment on there, and I can give you my ideas on like certain guns, certain combinations, certain rotations, certain placements, certain drop points. So I'll let you know, and I would love to engage more with the community. So I'll talk to you soon though, guys. Peace. Peace.